Hi, my name's Lee Culver, and we're going to talk about a topic that's dear to my heart, and that's going to be expedition vehicle use in Sasquatch research. I've driven off-road vehicles on 5 continents. I've driven the Russian Waz, Isuzu Troopers, Jeeps, now the Land Cruiser, Land Rovers. You name it, I've driven it in very remote areas. So I have a pretty good idea about what works and what doesn't work. Now there's some debate whether or not you really do need a 4-wheel drive vehicle if you're doing Sasquatch research. I lean toward having that. Me personally, I'll never own a non-4-wheel drive vehicle, but that's me personally. I know a lot of researchers who go out there and they're using 2-wheel drive and they do just fine. So what the plan here is going to be is I'm going to go around the vehicle and show you what I've done to this vehicle, and show you some things that you can use in your 2-wheel drive vehicle as well, and hopefully you'll find something of use here. Okay, starting at the front of the vehicle. Now this Land Cruiser is a 1997 Land Cruiser. It's 4-wheel drive and it has full front and rear lockers. It's got an ARB bumper here for off-road. It's a very heavy-duty type bumper, very strong, and using IPF lights here for off-road illumination. We do have a Warn winch here, which is a great thing to have if you have 4-wheel drive. 4-wheel drive often means that you're going to get stuck just further than the person with 2-wheel drive. So having a winch and some other tools to get out of the situation is not a bad idea. High lift jack, cannot recommend it enough. With a high lift jack, you can use it as a winch, you can use it to lift your vehicle. There are many types of attachments you can attach to the jack to turn it to a tool for spreading and compressing, and you can actually use it for rescue, not unlike the jaws of life that firefighters and paramedics use. So high lift jack, cannot recommend it enough. Very useful tool, especially if you're doing 2-wheel drive. Like I say, you can use it as a winch. There's a lot of easy ways of doing it. So we'll come around the side of the vehicle and we'll show you some other things. Okay, now we're inside my vehicle here. And I'm just going to point out some minor changes that you can do to make your vehicle more expedition friendly. First thing you might want to do is add more 12-volt outlets. You can get them at any automotive store for they're very cheap. You want to get one that has a built-in fuse. You can actually hardwire it into your vehicle, or you can do like I did. It's plugged into the cigarette lighter and I've buried the wires behind the dash there, which gives me 3 additional outlets right here. So that's a very useful tool to have. I have a GPS, which we'll show you this when we get to the other side. It's going to be hard to see with the angle of the sun right here. Another thing that's quite useful is an inverter that's in the back here, and we're going to show you that next. Okay, now we're in the back of the vehicle, and the main thing I want to point out is I've added a rear inverter back here. This is only a 325 watt inverter, and I put this in because that's what I had. But you can find a 400 watt, 600 watt, and the benefit of this is you can actually run alternating current out of your vehicle. So if you've got certain types of devices that you need to power up, it's a quick and easy way to do it. I also have an additional 12-volt outlet in the back here, and at the moment I've actually got it plugged into my GMS FRS radios, which are velcroed back here, so they're not going anywhere. And this has folding down armrests, so this makes it a convenient place to put them out of the way. So this is something you can do in any vehicle, whether it's 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive, just to help you out in your situation when you're out in the bush. Okay, even though I have a GPS system in the vehicle, I usually have hundreds of maps for every state in the area where I operate. I also carry field guides, and being a naturalist, I'm always looking at learning new things, and these guides come in real handy. So these materials are always with me in the vehicle. Okay, we're at the back of the vehicle now, and I just want to point out we have a universal receiver back here, which is quite useful for towing. You can put a ball hitch on it. I've got a rear receiver shackle back here for towing another vehicle or pulling them out of a muddy hole or what have you. Or maybe I need to be pulled out from the rear, and this is a way to do it. And starting to the side here, I have my, this is a pulley, which works in conjunction with my winch up front. I have additional shackles, which come in very handy for extricating yourself out of situations. You can attach them to tow, straps, chains, ropes, whatever you happen to have. We try to be eco-friendly, so if we do have an oil spill or have to do some kind of repair in the bush, this will absorb any leaking oil. So we try to be eco-friendly, and we do follow tread lightly methodologies of, being good to the environment. I mentioned my high lift jack in the front. Should the high lift jack ever fail or have a problem, I've got a fix-it kit so I can repair it in the field. This is actually the base to my jack, so it fits nicely back here. This little bag right here is actually my recovery bag with all this gear actually fits in. I've got some extra heavy duty cables here, and they're also extra long, which comes in extremely handy. I have gloves for me and one other individual in case we're having to dig our way out. Comes in very handy. I have the ARB Adventure light. This is an incredible light to have. It plugs into a cigarette lighter, has a long cord to it, and it's got 2 fluorescent bulbs. You can use it to light up your camp. You can use it to do field repair on your vehicle where you need light in odd places. You can get it there. This is my recovery strap here, and this is for towing or pulling someone out of a situation. And moving to the side here, I have shovel. It's actually not a bad idea to carry 2 small army shovels. They're small, they take up no space. Carry 2 of them, that way you and your friend can dig your way out. I carry a small saw here. Some people carry chainsaws, but this has always worked for me. It works fine. Air compressor for when you have that flat tire and you need to reinflate, or maybe you're doing some tubing or going with some rafts or whatnot, you can inflate them. I have a tree saver strap here, which works again with the recovery gear. You would put this around a tree to protect the tree. And I have chains, and this one goes with the high lift jack, and then I have chains also goes with the winch. I always carry extra hoses and belts for the vehicle, and you should too, because if you're out in the bush you want to get out, and having a few extra things is good. Complete toolkit with extra wiring and you name it, it's in there. Extra oil, always carry several quarts of oil. If you ding an oil pan and you start leaking, you might have just enough oil to where you can get to a highway and then be towed. But if you're way up on some dirt road somewhere, you may not be able to get out too easily. ARB tire kit. So if you have a flat tire, this is a heavy duty kit. And this is the stuff that the guy who's doing your tires is going to use. You can buy cheaper ones. Trust me, I've used them. They break in the field and they'll leave you stranded. This is the tire goo that comes with the kit. And by the way, for survival, this makes a great fire starter. So we're always thinking in the back of our mind, how can you multi-use things? I have a fire extinguisher mounted up where it's really easy to see, and it's up high. Make sure it's good. Check the expiration date on it often. Bottle opener, just because. Additional flashlight here. And for people like me and a lot of the females in the crowd, a go anywhere portable toilet, which maybe we'll do a video on that, but it's the size of a briefcase, easy, lightweight, and can hold a 500-pound person. And it's just too simple not to carry. So these are a few things that I carry in the back of the vehicle here, and hopefully you'll find some ideas that are useful here. Again, whether you have 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive, doesn't matter. Some of these tools will get you out no matter what kind of vehicle you're driving in. So hopefully you'll find something of use here with this.